As a viewer of this channel, it is likely that you already know that classrooms in the Western world are devolving into places where academic standards are being lowered, disrespect is on the rise, and ideological values, the moral code of liberalism, we might as well actually call it a religion at this point, because that's basically what it is being shoved down the throats of the students from K through 12th grade, and they're doing it right in front of our faces. The clip I'm about to show you is a classroom teacher who's going to read one of the students' assignments out loud for everyone to hear. And then she is going to proclaim how amazing and beautiful this poem that they wrote was. The other students, of course, are going to have to listen to it. And then they themselves are going to have to understand that this is what good work looks like. This is what good ideas are.
I want to read something to you. When did you write this?
Right now.
It's really nice. Okay. From the river to the sea, Palestine should be free. From our hearts and above, Palestine should be loved. From the sky to space, there should be no struggles Palestinians should face. From the ocean to below, Palestine should be known. From the soil to the sand, Israel should be banned. From the grass to the trees, Palestine should be seen. Wow. That was a really good poem.
Wow, that was a really great poem. First of all, political ideologies like this need to be left out of the classroom. Second of all, I would actually say that that poem was a genocidal masterpiece. Anyone who wants the extinction, forced removal of the Jews, and the elimination of Israel as an actual country of our planet would love this poem. That statement, from the river to the sea, Palestine will be free, is the literal referral to the elimination of the state of Israel. And under this situation, it would be the forced removal of the Jewish people off that land. Those Jewish people who decided not to leave or did not get forcefully removed, you would see the most disgusting atrocities committed ever. They would be slaughtered. And in this poem, it also explicitly states by the student that Israel should be banned. This teacher says nothing about that. She just reads it with a smile on her face, like this is the most beautiful statement that a child could make. From the river to the sea, Palestine will be free. Israel should be banned. This is genocidal stuff. This stuff was popularized in the 1960s by extremist organizations in which they were trying to push for the elimination of course, Israel. And then it's been taken a hold of by, guess who? Terrorist organizations who use this as a slogan for the forced removal of the Jewish people in the state of Israel. And now our children in schools are taking these terrorist promoted statements and they are writing poems about it. And our teachers are telling them how beautiful it is. And they're sharing it with the class. And the class is clapping about this. These are 13-year-olders. The only way they even know about any of this stuff is if they're being taught this. What you're not seeing in this clip is the lessons that this teacher gave on this area of the world. Can you imagine how slanted and biased those lessons would have been? Do you think she would have been kind to Israel and the Jewish people? Do you think she might have propagated some opinions and ideas that it is the Palestinian Arabs and the Arab people who are the rightful heirs to that place, and they've been mistreated completely by the Jewish people? Does anyone here doubt that those lessons weren't happening? You think a 13-year-older writes something like that of their own accord? Absolutely not. Her moral code, her values, her belief systems, her religion, liberal religion, probably Islamic religion, is being taught in that classroom. I thought our administration was telling us that Islamophobia was in the rise, not that Islam was being taught in our classroom or Islamic ideologies were being pushed on our students. How about we just go back to this? Math, science, English, history, that's it. No bias, no agenda, no ideological values. Just teach it like it is and then keep your mouths shut. I find it unbelievable how many of these individuals move away from these repressive, authoritarian, dictatorship, terrible places to live in which you have no freedoms, no liberties. You can be stoned, killed to death if you do the wrong thing. They move to Western countries where they now get to experience freedom and liberty. They get to enjoy the resources that are here. And all they do is propagate this idea of wanting those things that they ran away from, that they went away from, that they went to a place where that they could experience the dream, whatever it is, the American dream, the dream of democracy. And now they're just pushing those same ideas that they escaped from on the place that they went to. And the worst part about it is they're giving it right to our children. You don't think they're trying to get them when they're young? Absolutely, they are. And the only way to stop this craziness is for parents to speak up and for you to speak up by voting. You need to get these administrations out of power. Our current administration in the United States needs to go. The administration in Canada, where this school is located under Trudeau, needs to go. People have to wake up to this. I mean, as a society, we are allowing this to happen and we are doing nothing about it. We are seeing it in our streets. We are seeing it in our schools. We are seeing it all over the place. We know it's wrong, but nothing ever gets done with it. This is sick. This is really sick and terrible. This is a genocidal note. This is on par with the Holocaust stuff. How do you think the Holocaust happened? I bet you there was teachers reading poems about how the Jewish people are such terrible people. They shouldn't be allowed. And they read it aloud in class and they cheered about it. This is how this craziness starts. Could you imagine if a teacher read a letter out loud about how Gaza and the Palestinian people need to go, how they don't need to exist anymore, how Israel needs to take over their entire land and eliminate them? Could you imagine that letter? That's on CNN, that's on MSNBC, that's propagated everywhere for everyone to see. There I go. Now I'm writing my own poems. This is crazy. There is no way this should be allowed. This teacher should be fired. This school district should be under investigation. This is insane what's being written. I mean, this is literally calling for the removal of a country and elimination of a people group. 100%. Pushed by terrorist groups. Now on our kids. They're writing this. Kids are writing this stuff down. Is anyone else upset about this? I mean, maybe I'm just getting overly worked up. Maybe it truly was just a beautiful, beautiful poem. And I just don't understand because I'm so dumb. Because, man, Israel, they've just been occupying these people for 75 years. See, it's the colonizers who did this. It's their fault. Maybe I got it wrong. Let me know in the comments if I've got this wrong. I'd love to hear about that. Unfortunately, I don't know if you enjoyed this one so much, but at least I hope that you enjoy the information being brought to you. As always, I'll catch you on the next one.